What's up, gaming heroes, and welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. My name's Erosium, and in today's video, we are on Pandaria Remix. I don't really enjoy Pandaria Remix at the high-end level, where, you level your character to maximum level, then you grind out loads and loads of gear until you get to, like, a billion item level, and you can just look at things and they'll wither and die. It's okay. It is what it is. But what I do like is leveling loads and loads of alts. Now, I'm not going to pretend I've got the most alts in the world or anything like that. I've obviously got the maximum amount of alts you can have. And these are mostly leveled through Remix. Here are my army of characters from here. I mean, I've got a whole army of characters, right? But from here down, it's all Remix, and each of these characters took me only 3 hours to level each. It can be less, it depends if I got lucky or not. But every single one of these characters took 3 hours from level 10 to 70. Sometimes it only took me 2 hours. And I'm going to show you in today's video exactly how I did that. And one thing I've actually started doing is actually deleting my level 60 ults and just recreating them in Pandaria Remix, because it's actually faster to level up from 10 to 70 than it is from 60 to 70 outside of Remix, which is just crazy when you think about like that sort of speed. So yeah, this is something I'm absolutely loving doing at the moment. I'm finding myself like leveling characters that I never really thought I would, like the Evoker. I didn't really like the Evokers. I leveled one because it's so easy and quick. The Shaman, I never really like vibed with Shaman properly. And turns out I absolutely love Shaman. I'm even considering trying it in War Within. Then we've got my, obviously, Rogue. But a Draenei Rogue, never thought that would happen. And then, obviously, another Shaman. I think I'm doing another Shaman. This is how much I'm enjoying Shaman at the moment. But yeah, let's log in. And we're going to talk about how I did what I did. The first thing you should really do if you've never played Remix before is you really do need the infinite power. Yeah, you need the infinite power achievements. This is so vital. I cannot express to you how important it is. You really need to make sure you have this one right here. I think it's 12. Oh no, not this one. Yeah, that's like 14, isn't it? No, that is 12. Okay, yeah. So you need to make sure you have number 12 here. Which is easy. You literally just level a character up and then do a bunch of raids, and you get threads from just partaking in the game. You do that, you will get this achievement naturally if it's your first time playing through. So that's just the first thing. Once you've got this achievement, this is when you can level up ults ridiculously fast. So your first step is obviously getting that achievement. Once you've got that achievement, here's the good news. Your cloak will now be super, super powerful. And this is going to be quite important because it basically gives you 100% experience gains from the get-go. That's really, really, really important to have using this technique. And here's why. So when you log in, when you create your character, you'll have the first couple quests where you'll be given your cloak, you'll equip your cloak, get like 3,000 HP straight away with no messing about. Then you'll hand in the quest, and you'll do one more quest which will teleport you to Pandaria, the Jade Forest. Once you get here, you hand the quest in, and you can now join Looking for Group. At this point, this is when you sign up for Heroic Looking for Group. As you can see in the chat right here, this is Heroic, don't worry. So yes, you're signing up for Heroic Looking for Group. And that is going to be your primary focus, signing up for Heroic Looking for Group. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to keep signing up for Heroic Looking for Group over and over and over again without stopping until you get to level 40. But here's the caveat. I want you to turn auto loot off. I do not want you to use auto loot. There is a really good reason for that. And here's the reason. We do not want to be looting the bonus experience from these bosses, and here's why. At level 40, we are going to go through every single raid, which is 3 raids at level 40 you can enter, and we are going to complete Heart of Fear, Terrace of Endless Springs, and Mogushan Vaults. This is going to give us empowerments to our experience gains, and it's going to get us to around 340% experience. Now, because we've done so many dungeons on Heroic, not looting the bosses, so I'll show you what the boss does drop without looting it. See this? This is like 3 bars of experience right there. Now, imagine we've got 340% bonus experience here on our cloak, and we loot that. We've now got like 9.5, maybe 10 bars of experience, each one of these, and each dungeon gives you about 4 or 5 of those. So you can see how this can quickly run up and just become absolutely incredible as a strategy. So we're going to leave that there, and that boss is automatically going to send that as mail to this character. And once we left this dungeon, it will get sent in the mail. I can loot it from the mail, but I'm not going to until I've hit level 40 and I've gone through 3 raids. It doesn't take long to go through the raids. Now, some of you are probably wondering, can I just join LFR? No, you can't. I'm sorry. It needs to be normal. And don't worry, it's so easy to join normal. I've done this with so many characters, I don't really struggle. Sometimes they don't invite you to a group. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. Queue for another group. One time I even made my own group. Like, it is so easy to do these groups. Do not worry. Everyone needs to do them. And I find I get the most luck in the morning or in the evening. I find in the afternoons I don't get much luck. Now be really careful about looting, because you really don't want to loot the boss's bonus experience, as it will really kind of screw you up on your journey here. Feel free to loot the bosses if you really want to, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, so once you've done that and you got to level 40, you've done your raids, and you got 340% experience gains, this is just really simple. Loot your mailbox. And here's a little trick. Press C to open up your character panel and just enjoy the experience as you go from level 41/42 from the raids, obviously, to level 70 in like 30 seconds. It is the coolest thing ever. It genuinely is. It's like one of the most satisfying feelings ever. Now, here's the cool thing. If you get lucky, like I've got lucky about 4 or 5 times now, you'll come across like someone twinking their character. Now, a twinked out character is usually a level 20 priest. Sometimes it's another class, but usually it's a level 20 priest. And they just blast through the dungeon for you. You don't really need to do anything. They clear the dungeon about 1 minute 30 seconds. And what that does is basically gives you all the bonus experience without you even needing to really move. If you get into a group like this, re-queue up with them as soon as possible, because they will blast you to level 40 faster than you can blink. Trust me on that. But what I have found is, if you aren't always there to experience the boss kill or be close enough to the room, at least, you don't always get the rewards from the boss. So if you do get into one of those groups, here's a little just tip. Don't just AFK mind lol, actually try and follow them a little bit, as it will genuinely help you get a higher chance of getting more experience. Another little trick is sign up as a tank or a healer. These roles really aren't that important in Pandaria Remix. It's not like a normal group activity like it is in World of Warcraft. Most people are so OP, they don't need anyone else in the group. They can solo the dungeon. So you don't really need to worry too much about being a conventional person involved in that group. Now let's show you the mailbox actually before we head over there. As you can see from that dungeon, we've got 1, 2, 3 bonus experiences, and here's the other dungeons I've done. I think I've done 4 on this character, and there you go. It's that simple. Now, I could have made this video a while ago, but honestly, I've been a bit poorly, as you can hear. My voice is a bit different to usual. It doesn't have its usual inflections. Luckily, I have cut out all the coughing, so you guys haven't had to hear any of that today. The good thing is, though, it's been like 2 years since I've last been poorly, so it's been quite a eye-opener. So I actually shared this information with my community on Gaming Hero. So if you are a member of GamingHero.io, you would have found out this information like roughly a month or more ago, and you would have probably leveled up loads and loads of characters as a result. It's just one of those cool little tips and tricks that, you know, myself or some of the other members of Gaming Hero talk about. Basically, we all talk together whenever we come across some really cool information like this. Like, even if you want to create a twink, for example, we have information on that, everything like that. You basically just become a member of Gaming Hero. It's an awesome community. It's great, and you get to experience the awesome feeling of really being part of something where people really care about World of Warcraft. When War Within comes out, there is going to be so many new gold making guides going on Gaming Hero that we just aren't going to really have as much time to be pumping out the videos constantly, because we're going to be pumping out the guides for the members. So it is worth noting that, yes, I am going to make videos, but please bear in mind that if you really want to get as many gold guides as possible, be checking that every day type thing. Or maybe join the Discord so you can get notifications when new guides go out. Now, the way I create characters in Remix is actually quite interesting. I really like doing it like this. I actually create characters that I never know I will need, but I'd like to have them just in case. So, for example, I've got a Dwarf Shaman. I don't plan to play Dwarf Shaman, but it is the strongest of the Shamans. I fully intend to play the Goblin Shaman, but still, it's good to have an alternative for Alliance if I have to be Alliance. That's kind of how I've done it. All those characters where I don't really know if I'll need it, but I might. I've done that. So I've tried to actually make like one of Alliance, one of Horde for each class, and that way, you know, if I want to switch, I can easily switch. Now, you're probably wondering, like, why would you even bother, like, with Remix at all? Well, it's not just about leveling characters. There's so much more to it than just leveling characters, and I kind of want to go into what that is. Okay, so the first thing is, if you haven't got loads and loads of mounts already, there is like a mount vendor that you can go to and buy basically tons of mounts from. There's like 40 so mounts. I've got them all now. Just bought them all using bronze. Every single character you level up, you get about 47,000 bronze from just leveling up. It's like a quest. When you hit level 70, you come over here, you hand the quest in, and you get like 30,000, and then you get another 7,000, etc, 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 just for leveling up to 70. Really, really cool. And you can just go ahead, buy a mount, level up the next character, do it again. That's how I got all of these mounts. I bought every single one here. Really, really cool. Then I basically went through each of the raids, and I bought all of the gear that I possibly could from these, so that I have all the appearance sets. Then I went to this final guy, and this is where I kicked myself a little bit. Because it was only after doing all that I finally saw this guy has some pretty unique rewards. Look at this. He's actually got the heirlooms that are no longer buyable in World of Warcraft. So, for example, this Hellscream's War Staff, this used to be really popular in the Twink community, but Blizzard removed it, so you couldn't buy it anymore. So this is like a really freaking unique item. Now, some people have this from back in the day, but a lot of people don't. So what I did then is go and basically buy all of these. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, what's that extra thing I need to buy those? These are Bones of Manoroth. Now, here's a good reason for leveling up lots of characters. Every time you do Siege of Orgrimmar and you kill the final boss, Garrosh Hellscream, he will drop 1 Bone of Manoroth on, I believe it's LFR. No, it was every time you do Siege of Orgrimmar on normal difficulty, he will drop 1 Bone on Manoroth. Now, every time you do it on Heroic, he'll drop 4. So, definitely worth doing it on Heroic. Get it done on Heroic on every single one of your characters, and every time you do it, you're basically able to buy 2 pieces of gear. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so about 5 or 6 runs, you can buy all of the heirlooms available. Pretty awesome, right? So definitely worth doing that, as you might not ever be able to buy these again. So you'd really kick yourself if you didn't. Now, a lot of people didn't even know about that stuff. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about it through basically this video. All right, so I'm going to probably close it off there. I really hope that you found this video insightful, useful, and I hope you've been enjoying the podcast I've been releasing recently. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. The next video will...